Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to a channel update. This is going to be a little bit different than a weekly update. I have some stuff directly involving the channel here that I want to talk to you about. Some thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and to let you know what's going on with me and why this is warranting a channel update. Number one, guys, I might actually need to ask for some opinions in this video. So if you're interested in helping me out a bit, if I ask a few questions, I appreciate it. First things first, the weekly update. Guys, I have bad news. I'm going to have to let it go. I'm going to have to stop doing the weekly updates. The reason why is I literally can't do them. I cannot get the time. Easy, you could be doing a weekly update right now. Well, it defeats the purpose of what I'm about to tell you. It's a weekly update. I can't do it weekly. I can't even do it bi-weekly. My time is so strained with all the things that I'm wanting and trying to do that the weekly update kind of becomes a little bit unable to be done. I don't really know how to like say it in any other way. It doesn't make sense to do a weekly bi-weekly or every 3 weeks. So guys, from now on, this is question number 1. Do you want me to leave those weekly updates live? That way you can go back and watch them anytime. I know they're going to be very out of date, but you can go and watch them and see the history of the channel of where it might possibly go in the future. Or should I unlist them because they make no damn sense out of context and a very long time ago? I don't know what to do. So I'm going to leave that up to everybody else. Either leave them live for if I ever be able to start doing weekly updates again in the future, or should I just unlist them? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate the feedback. And the next thing. So Munch's Odyssey. Don't worry, guys. It's not going away. Don't worry about that. Munch's Odyssey is now my main playthrough. Walkthrough. I need to get that straight. It's my main walkthrough. It overtook Infamous, and everybody seems to be really enjoying Munch's Odyssey that have been watching it. And I will continue to hopefully finish that game up. Probably about another month or so, I'm going to try to have that game completely done, recorded, edited, rendered, uploaded. Infamous. So what happened to Infamous? My PlayStation 3 requires HDMI splitters and blah-de-blah-de-blah to record it, because that's what kind of capture card that I have, and I don't have component cables for that thing, and HDMI just looks better. But a PlayStation 3 has this thing called HDCP, which is high definition copyright protection, and you can't just HDMI to a capture card. It will not frickin' work. And I mentioned this, I think, in the last weekly update, which is still a little bit relevant. I had to completely redo my desk setup because my last computer table that I had, it broke, and it was very freaking unfortunate. So what I had to do was redo everything on my side of the room, and I mean all the cable management and all that crap. And I didn't get around to the HDMI splitters and all that stuff because there's just so many wires. It's done now. I can get back to Infamous now, but I want to focus on Munch's Odyssey for a little bit longer because, number one, that game's shorter, and number two, it's the game I'm in the mood to play a little bit more right now because I love Oddworld. I love Infamous too, but Oddworld's the one that seems to be the primary focus, not only for the people who have been watching it in terms of people checking it out, but also it's just what I want to play for the channel. It's a little bit less needy in terms of editing and in terms of just the flow of it. Infamous is a little bit more, I got to go through and edit bits and pieces out. There's a lot of running around to do and that kind of thing. And to make it clean, and it's a much longer, more driven game than Munch's Odyssey. And, it's just that kind of thing. It's what I feel like playing a bit more so. And I want to get that done and uploaded. And it's my first walkthrough, which I'm actually proud of, that I'm able to do, like play a game at least sort of kind of to the level that it's useful. And hopefully entertaining to you guys. I try to be entertaining. Another thing. Okay, next topic. Next thing I want to talk about really quick here. A lot of my free time has been going towards my Fangame project that I am involved with. It is Ash, or Another Story in Halcyon, or Halcyon, however you want to pronounce that. I've heard it said many different ways. So if you guys know about Mega Man or Mega Man Legends, primarily Legends 1 and 2 and Misadventures of Trombone, those games, primarily Legends 1 and 2 being direct with the lore and all that kind of thing, we are making a Mega Man Legends fan game involving more characters that are not in the Legends 1 and 2 games, and it's another story in that timeline. It is not a sequel, but I got to talk to you guys about this fan game for just a moment here because it explains where a lot of my free time is going to be going and has went in the past. So with Ash, it's like this. I've been working on Ash since January, I think 14th of 2019 or 2020. I'm going to have to go check that out. I'm pretty sure it's 2019. On and off. We've had a lot of setbacks and a lot of really good moments that have been very beneficial to the game and the progression of making it and that kind of thing. But there was a big chunk of time, and it was basically all of last year where health issues were happening. I mean, I got sick for the better part of the end of last year, and it really threw things off. We have a couple of people out right now that's sick. The world's sick, man. I don't mean it that way. Oh my God. There's a lot of health issues going on with the whole, virus that's happening and variants. But I'm an audio engineer for the game. I am the main audio engineer, at least at the moment. I love and have a passion for audio engineering, recording stuff with a microphone. So I go out and do field recordings. And what a field recording is, you quite literally get a mic and a boom arm and some people and some friends or whatnot if you have to have help, and you go out and you record things, whether it be here at home, in a studio, wherever that you go to get your sounds. Then I have to get those sounds, put them in my digital audio workstation, which I use to, which is FL Studio and Adobe Audition, and I have to mix and master all those materials to make them into sound effects that which we try out in the game, and then I go back and mix and try it again and mix and try it again until it works the way I think it should work. And I've done that for every single bit of audio besides the music in the game, at least to my knowledge. And yeah, it's been a massive adventure and undertaking. It takes me all day to do a little bit of nothing. So what do I mean by a little bit of nothing? By the time I go out and record and do all the things that I need to do to get the audio, it's done nothing for the game because now I just have a big bunch of audio that I have to sort through and clean up and do the whole thing to, just so I can go and try to mix them down to sound effects that might not work. And there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of just that. Just that. And I mean, I love it though, because here's an example. Recently, Elden Ring came out, From Software's latest game. And so far, I have actually praised their ambience. Now, their ambient music's kind of generic. I hate to say that, guys, but it's pretty bad. It's not bad, but it's generic. And lately, there was an update that added more music to the ambience, like kind of differentiating day and night and that kind of thing. But it's still pretty lackluster. But the actual ambience, the things that goes on around you in the game, like the leaves, the trees, the bushes, like just the creepiness factor of when you're over in Caelid is creepy as shit because of the little bit of light music. It's great. Unlike Dark Souls 3, that did practically nothing in a bunch of areas. Sorry to you Dark Souls 3 fans, I like Dark Souls 3 too, but my god, that game has a couple of moments where the audio is so bland, you might as well take your damn headphones or speakers and turn them off. Because there's nothing going on besides clanking of weapons and just when you actually move around, there's no vibe. Maybe that's the vibe and I'm missing the point. But I'm the audio engineer of the game, and I've put a lot of hours in the game. With Ash, we are currently starting to pick back up steam, and I'm pouring hours into it, man. I am putting pretty much heart and soul into it as best as I can. And I also slightly double as a modeler. I'm not the greatest. Very much an amateur, but I try to do a little bit of modeling to help everyone else out and to create, a little bit of the areas and some of the props that we might need and that kind of thing. But that work's done by a dedicated modeler and that kind of whole thing. But I try to help as much as I can because I believe in the Fangame project. I believe in Ash, and I do believe it will be a great game by the end of it. If you guys want to check out anything related to Ash, I recommend going to our Discord and joining it. If you want to go on there and talk, it's a little bit quiet in long spurts of time because we have two different sections of the Ash Discord. We have the private channels that are just for the developers so we can work our asses off when we need to. And then there's the public section. And Ash hasn't promised a lot of things out there in the public for people to play, but we do have a public demo. It's old at this point. It's about close to 2 years old, but it's still the basic idea of what the game is gonna kind of be. So if the game is floaty or something's not working right or sound kind of generic or whatnot, it was the basic idea of what the game was gonna try to kind of become a bit. I think it's a pretty decent representation of our early works. And we've come a long way since then, but you guys, if you're interested in it, I definitely recommend checking it out. I'm going to leave Ash's info in the description. We even have a YouTube channel. I know it's pretty damn inactive, but I'm going to try to make that change and put some freaking work in as hard as I can because I want it to happen. I really do. I love the Mega Man Legends games. I play them very often, very, very often, probably more often than you should, even though I used to be a speedrunner. Still kind of am a little bit, but I love playing the games, and I'm always playing those and doing research and lore development. And JMC47 is our lead story writer, does an excellent job, and shout outs to everybody over there. But that is where a lot of my time goes. It's going to be a big project, big project. And it's going to take fucking 5-10 years to probably even get the damn game done. And I know that sounds insanely slow, but we're a very small team. We don't have a lot of people, but the people that we do have all seem to be pretty damn good at what we do. I'm probably the worst one. I'm probably the baby of everybody because this is my first actual game, but my prior experience to doing like Ash's audio was I was audio engineering Foley artist, like artistry stuff before. So field recordings aren't new to me. And I've done audio engineering in the past for music. A little bit of a background there on me. So guys, that's the channel update. I have a lot going on with Ash. Weekly updates I need feedback on that. They're probably going away. I will be doing channel updates like this for the future for you guys to be caught up with me. That way you know what I'm doing, how things are going to change, or what's being uploaded. And thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next time.